give you anything definitive on their status, but just to say that they were not given in. So, I mean, know you come to talk sports and I'm just asking about it.
Yeah, talk sports, yes, but you know, two top man and already me here know say you don't manage because a long time Badger have a good call. I agree with everything that Badger said. So,
No,
you know, you're too nice.
you disagree with anything about yourself?
We don't really disagree still, but you know, if it was Harvey or Zidane, they would have chopped him down a little bit.
Well, this is art. If a man makes sense, and a man put something forward, reasonable, it's not far fetched. There's no need to report.
No, but that's the thing with Zidane and Harvey, they will find a way to find something for even me, the listener, will feel like Badger makes sense as a wet weird. But not the right either. You understand what I say?
Well, the characterization, the host, when them come back tomorrow, you can take it up with them.
So they will come tomorrow?
Yes, man, they should be.
Okay. Another thing though, I don't know if you saw the game last night with Messi.
I saw the game last night with Argent.
Well, Messi we want to talk about.
All right.
You see the difference. You saw a picture with him, the size of him ankle, the swelling of him ankle. You didn't see it?
Yeah, man, I saw it. It looked like the ankle was hurt from he tried to play that ball inside on the left hand side, and the defender tackled him, and he ended up off the field. It looked like the ankle was affected from there, and then when he tried to make that last run, it looked like the aggravated that.
You think that ankle been bad and him forced and play, but that goes to show you this is a man who win everything, you know.
Yes.
That goes to show you the level of passion them kind of man have for them country.
Yes.
You understand? So them man wouldn't miss a country match to go a party.
No, so it's not Messi you want to talk about. So like you want to talk about it's like you want to talk about somebody else.
We just want to show you the difference.
Right. I tell you this. You see the South Americans in particular, Latin Americans too. Football is almost their religion in terms of sport. The passion that they have for football, and it is demonstrated. You see it demonstrated in the stands and the fans and the cheering and just the fans that cry when them team down. It permeates the society. And so players like Messi who are at the top of the sport and wear the Argentine jersey. These guys don't want to miss a game. They love the game. No, you're right. Messi is playing with house money, you know. Messi has nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
But playing in a final, right? An opportunity to win another title, representing your country, having to come out of the field because of injury, not because you're playing poorly, but because you're physically unable to perform. No, man. But one can understand the passion behind it.
Yeah, man. I see it, man. Yeah, man. An injury like that, you know, every time you kick the ball, you know, you would feel that, you know, that it's like it's a dead foot after you kick the ball, and anytime you use that injured leg. You know.
Yeah, man. No, man. He couldn't continue. In fact, I was of the view that the coach should have taken him off at halftime because he was struggling going into the end of the person. He was struggling to move about. And I thought, you know, it is clear that he was not able to manage himself, carry himself.
Trust me. All right, go on do your thing.
Come on,
I'll be with you.
No, man.
I will be here tomorrow.
You know, say on love when callers and hosts go at it.
Yeah, man.
You don't like a peaceful environment.
No, man. Controversy sell, man. Yeah, man.
I can guarantee you a controversy will take place before it goes. Right?
All right. Yeah, man. Take it easy.
All right, man. That's all right.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. Who we have next?
Hello.
Yes, man. Good afternoon.
Evangelist back. I accidentally hung up the call. I was trying to transition from Bluetooth to speaker, and my hand accidentally touched and cut off the call. Okay. Well, I wanted to echo Badger's sentiments on you sound like a natural, like you've been up to yesterday you were hosting your own program. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. No respect.
But let me put in something quickly. I believe you have a hand on, I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, there's a little feedback. But go ahead. We're hearing you clear.
Okay, yeah. So far, I've noted, and each time you call, you have a handle on a skill that many persons who hold conversations don't have. Hosts and callers, the skill of listening, seeking to understand before you want to be understood, because you're better able to communicate if you know what the other person is trying to pass on to you. And sometimes we come with preconceived notions and ideas, and we have an answer already formulated before the person speaks, so the conversation doesn't go well.
Yes, sir. It's an important part of communicating. That
There you go.
if a message is sent and the receiver doesn't receive what the intent of the message that is, communication hasn't taken place in a while.
There you go.
Right? And if feedback is not provided, right,
Yeah.
then the messenger is not in a position to understand that what they were communicating was effectively understood. And a part of the problem we have with callers and sometimes is that there's just this attempt to win an argument. And in the attempt to win an argument, a lot of noise, a lot of static take place in the communication.
There you go. Hence a breakdown in communication.
Yes, sir.
All right. Quickly, I know you have several callers. The Colombia, I just checked the table. They are unbeaten in qualifications in 6 matches so far. Brazil is way down at 6.
Yep.
Of 61, 2 lost, 3 drawn, 1.
Yep.
And Colombia is unbeaten. Argentina has lost a match, but it's just that Colombia has drawn 3.
Yeah. Yep.
So and I understand up to this point, they were unbeaten in 20 odd matches.
Yes, sir. Hold on. We're going to take a quick break and come back.
No problem.
Tracy, who you gonna give on now?
You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the picnic them.
Me can get some?
No, go buy your own. Hey.
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right. Conditions apply.
Sheena Power Talk, make you start to walk.
Get your aunties, get your uncles, get your brothers and your sisters, gather the girls, gather the boys. Sheena Lynn Hansen is on your radio with Power Talk, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. Tune in every Tuesday at 11:15 a.m. It's a Power Talk and a Power Connection. Power up your spirit, man, with Power Talk. This is your Damascus Road encounter. Come and experience a mighty move of God right here on Power Talk.
Sheena Power Talk. Sheena Power Talk, make you start to walk.
Get your aunties, get your uncles, get your brothers and your sisters, gather the girls, gather the boys. Sheena Lynn Hansen is on your radio with Power Talk, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. Tune in every Tuesday at 11:15 a.m. It's a Power Talk and a Power Connection. Power up your spirit, man, with Power Talk. This is your Damascus Road encounter. Come and experience a mighty move of God right here on Power Talk.
Sheena Power Talk.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Eisen Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Eisen Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Eisen Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Evangelist. This Colombian team has been playing some very good football. I think that over the course of the tournament, they were actually playing the best football. in terms of just total play. We saw
I echo that.
Yeah, we saw the re-emergence of James Rodriguez.
There you go.
And just him being that talismanic figure in the middle of the park for them. And then in the World Cup qualifiers, as you pointed out, there are the problem that they have is that they've not been scoring a lot of goals in qualifiers.
There you go, unfortunately.
Yeah, they've not been scoring a lot of goals. I think they scored 6 goals in qualifiers, conceded 3. Behind Uruguay and Argentina in the tables. But they look good. They have a good crop of players. They're very physical. They have a lot of pace as well. They need a genuine number 9 though. They need a striker who can score some goals for them, so that they can be a little bit more threatening. But
yeah, I do believe this was one of the better matches I've watched for the entire tournament. These are 2 worthy finalists. They brought excitement, end-to-end action. When you look at Colombia kicking, I think, about 16 shots. Mind you, only 5, I think, went on target versus 7 for Argentina. But, of course, only 1 counts, the one that hit the back of the net. But it really spoke about the attacking prowess of the Colombian team. And they gave Argentina a run for the money. I heard the commentator saying, why did they have the Golden Boot contender sitting on the bench? And as soon as the coach brought him on, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
He did what he does best.
Yeah, well, I was wondering the same thing too, in terms of the way the changes were made. But, say tournaments, different players, you're having some noise in your background, but different players come to different tournaments and turn up in different ways, right? Martinez went to the World Cup. He was a starting center forward in the World Cup, and he was relegated to the bench, right? Because he was having a poor World Cup. He has come to this tournament, and he came off the bench, and he was able to produce coming out. At some point, you have to just trust, say, the coach, know what am I doing. At some point, you have to just believe the Virgin, the coach them know what they are. I mean, Lautaro Martinez was the leading scorer in the Italian league. And to our man like that, who you can bring off the bench going into extra time, is a luxury.
Yeah.
That's a luxury for Argentina.
That shows the depth of the Argentinian there.
Yeah, man. They have a deep team, man. Hey, one of the things you have to respect to you see, the fact that Luis Diaz and Rodriguez were pretty much contained, right? They never got a chance to do what we know they can do.
There you go.
It tells you about the utility of that Argentinian midfield, my boss. You see McAllister, Fernandez, and DePaul defensively. The man them full flight, they're unstoppable. The man them serious. And when they included Paredes into the middle, and Lo Celso came on and added some more.
Came on as well. Yeah.
Listen, my brother, they have built an Argentina team that is not just functional, my boss.
Yeah.
But they also have the ability to play with players. 1 touch, 2 touch movement off the ball, getting into space. They have that.
Because of the light, I'm a Brazilian supporter, but I'm not going to hide and tell you, because of the light to watch Argentinians play. They're fluid. It got a little scrappy at one point because there's a battle for midfield. Yes. And I love how the referee allowed the game to play. But Argentina look majestic, and if they can continue on this form. And I'm happy that they were able to continue playing without the inspirational Messi, because I don't know if he'll be around for the rest of the qualifiers to go into. Or is he going to retire? He's going to retire.
Well, Messi has indicated that he wants to continue to play.
Okay.
I think
Di Maria says this is the last kick for him.
Yes. I personally think that having achieved everything that he could achieve, and given the fact that he's going out, he would go out on a winning note. I personally think Messi can have a international coach right now, but I am not Lionel Messi. So what I think has no bearing on what will happen.
Unfortunately. But loving the program so far, you're doing an excellent job, and I look forward to at some point you'll a regular voice on it, and I pray that the persons will adapt some of your calm spirit and your ability to listen, and not the confrontation, because it was almost been suggested why you didn't take on some of Badger's points a while ago, but I agree with most of what he said, and if there's no need to disagree, why?
Exactly.
Why disagree?
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, the show is not just about the 2 or 3 people talking. It's about the people listening.
Sure.
And we can keep the show healthy and sanitized, respectful, combative when we need it to, but we don't need to create unnecessary tension on the air.
There you go.
Manners and respect.
Keep up the good work, preacher.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
God bless. I'm going into a nice environment now. That's why I'm running. I'm picking up some school children.
All right, man. Safe travel upon the ground.
Bless it.
All right. We can move on to the next call on the cat.
No, man.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Who we are?
Good afternoon, sir.
The voice is very distinct.
Pick up to Avalanche and anyway they enjoy themselves. Faithful is the name.
Yeah, man. Great and faithful, man.
Give thanks. Anyway, the former coach, and I noticed he get that job immediately after I left Jamaica. As if to say he had that one prepare. With the intent that he knew he was going to leave. And he gave endorsement to the Irish organization that they were very respectable and disciplined. Could the infer be drawn that Jamaica was not disciplined and were not respectable to him?
I don't know if we can make that conclusion from him necessarily speaking positively about the Irish FA and view the JFA and Jamaica's situation as the opposite. I don't necessarily think that would be black and white. He obviously was uncomfortable with some of the issues surrounding his employment in Jamaica, and given the way certain things are unfolded, it is evident that he felt that the environment was not conducive for him to be as effective and successful. We have our issues. We all know that we have our issues in terms of our national program and in terms of administration. I wouldn't go as far as saying he was necessarily making the point that Jamaica is in discipline.
No, but where we are going, I felt that he was not allowed to have his own way in Jamaica as we wanted. I think the main sticking point was Ian Bailey. I think he want to bring in him, even though Ian Bailey did not want to come to play.
I mean, a lot of that would be speculation in terms of what exactly the coach was thinking. You and I don't know what he's thinking. You and I can only go based on what he has said. Yeah. And he has said in his own words that Leon Bailey should not, if he doesn't want to play, then we should not be reaching out to him to bring him into the team. He has said that. His actions did kind of betray some of that.
But that was after he was rejected.
Right, fine.
Fine.
But let's just stick to the point that you were making.
Right.
He's now employed. If you're employed to a new employer, you're not going to say anything negative or anything about it.
Yeah.
You're going to speak glowingly about your new employer. Right? In the same vein, he's not going to say anything bashful or negative about Jamaica. He has not gone out and criticized and tore down the jail. He has pretty much left the scene with the reality that he has positioned Jamaica to qualify for the next World Cup, having won their first 2 qualifying games.
Is it that all over has gone that he found that he could not qualify Jamaica? Why?
No, Jamaica is in pole position to compete, qualify. I don't think so. All right. Have you ever left a job before?
Yes, but
and having left
me personally left a job before, and based on the fact that I'm looking at and the reason, right? I can't say the reason. In my mind, what he saying to me, why I left, and his utterance.
See, people
is winning the ratio.
Listen, I want to tell you, say Ireland have a more difficult task of qualifying for the World Cup than Jamaica, given the context in which Jamaica has to qualify.
That I agree with you, guys.
Right? So if Al Grimson was looking for an easy way to go to the world, then going to Ireland would not provide that. Okay? The environment, the situation, context was not necessarily comfortable for him. We hear that he went back home to Ireland at different points in time. He didn't really like the food.
And he was supposed in Jamaica at that time.
Yeah, he didn't like the food. He had issues. No, having left several jobs, I can tell you that if you don't feel comfortable in working,
I was not comfortable.
I just explained something. He said that the environment he didn't enjoy the food and perhaps issues that he had with how the GFF ran their shit. He was not necessarily he was used to a different kind of approach than the approach that he came into. All those things factor into a person making a decision as to whether they should stay or not. The pay package that he's going to be getting where he's going now is not necessarily much bigger than what he was getting here, but he's closer to home, right? Being in Europe and all. You have to factor all of these things into a person's decision. Now, we can look at the situation and probably it's a win-win. The man left the job. He wasn't fired. If he was fired, the JFF would have had to pay him off, right? For the life of his contract.
Yeah, that's
right. The JFF is now able to look for another coach without having to lose the money of paying off a coach that they would have fired, right? So he gets what he wants, and the JFF is in a position 1 year before our next World Cup qualifying. 1 year before we play our next World Cup qualifying to find another coach for the national team.
My final thing is that we have a problem with him. I think he was putting too much emphasis on getting attributed emphasis and getting it barely. As you said, boy, he gives me personal impression that to say he could not win a game without BLM. When Bailey played for Jamaica, he was not scoring much goal.
Yeah, but every coach wants to have who they believe is the best available talent. Every coach wants. And even if that player is not producing the goods consistently, it doesn't mean that the coach would not want the player in and around the squad. But we'll take it up for next time, Faithful. We go to the break.
Make a plan to stay on top of your mortgage. Stick to it. Pay on time. The time by the NHD is
2 o'clock.
Set the trend, set the trend. The trend-setting sports desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The sports desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're going to have our first selection, or the first song selection. Today will come from Wayne Wonder and Buju Banton, Heal Master God. Yeah, Wayne Wonder and Buju Banton. We know them from a different time, but this one is a gospel selection. Heal Master God. Wayne Wonder and Buju Banton.
Well, it's in trouble anytime Buju Banton comes. All right, no one know all the world around. Have mercy. Have mercy.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. And this place, you'll find there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there. If you care enough for the living, make a better place. Make a better place. heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living, so make a better place for you and for me.
Somebody please tell me now. Oh, Master God, world around you. Put the war back and praise God, yeah, me son, tell me now. Oh, Papa Jesus, world around. Make we come together. God the Father, so come. There was a beginning, so there must be an end. Let us build a better day for our grandchildren. And look in our heart and see where we can mend. Where food is concerned, there is a problem. Woman can't find food. Feed the children, while the rich man have the chicken, back a feed the dog them. But woe be unto them. He who writes against poor people shall perish in the end. Tell me now, oh Master God, world around you. Put the war back and praise God, yeah, me son, we want know. Oh Papa Jesus, world around, make we come together. God the Father soon come.
If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel. Fear, dread, stop existing and start living. Then is there always love enough for us growing? So make a better world, make a better world, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living, so make a better place for you and for me.
Tell me now, oh Master God, world around you. Put the war back and praise God, yeah, me son, we want know. Oh Papa Jesus, world around, make we come together. God the Father so come. To the poor can't afford the knowledge, them no get no. The rich man have the dollars, I don't want you with some. Brother do show some bullshit, that him a fling down a pier 190 events.
Sell out them was got big cool. Hey, a big tune, yeah, man. Got a bell. Butch Banton alongside Wayne Wonder, Heal the World. Yes, man, big tune. You know, there's a verse in 2 Chronicles 7:14. It says, if my people are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, and I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and heal their land. Yeah. All right. The numbers are 968-8117. Yeah, man. Sports Next is. So we ask the persons to call in and let your voices be heard. We love to hear sports. So it's 968-8117. That's the number. All right. We have a few text messages. I'm just gonna.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Good afternoon, Orville and Zidane. This is Eric from Olaf. Long time. I have a question on that. Can an individual give up their spot on the team to another person of his or her choice? Example, in an hurdles race, where the favorite or best runner on times and past performances hits the hurdles and fails, can one of the automatic qualifiers want to give that person the fall on the spot? I don't know about that thing. I think it's a meritocracy. In terms of, you know, persons who would qualify for a final, for example, like the persons who are in the race, the person unable to perform in the race, I don't think they can actually choose someone to race then. Okay, good afternoon, Orville and Zidane. Eric again from Bola. Okay, this is the second. I think that in cricket, why it should attract harsher punishment because they're more likely to be deliberate. As a result, I'd recommend that wides are also free hits. Also, that consecutive wide double So 2 consecutive wides equal 4 runs, 3 consecutive wides, 6 runs. Interesting. See, you're trying to adjust the rules of cricket. I don't know. Given that the penalty for a wide is a run, and that you can even have buys coming from a wide if not collected by the keeper, I don't know if I would agree with you that we need to make bowling wides harsh. The idea of consecutive wides, you have to be ball anyway, and runs are already lined to the batting team, so I don't think that much change there. All right, we go back online, and we have man from New York, New York. The city's so nice. We'll have to name it twice. I'll go on there.
Well, I'm wondering if this is the sports desk my mother and grandmother church had paid them for Pentecostal.
Well, you just hear
the Lord Jesus.
Yeah, well, you just hear Buju Banton and Wayne Wanda tell you to heal the word.
I'm here to preach. I'm here to preach and give me some lyrics.
Of course. It's sports.
We just want to know, what am I calling today? Because, I know is there a number I need to call on account so I can send my donation to plant my seed for salvation?
I know.
Is there a number?
Listen, it is by grace we are saved through faith, but not by works, as any man should boast. I'm just here sitting in for our
I know you're professionals. I wonder what's going on. All right, so we're back to sports now.
Yes, sir.
What I tell you about the callers, them are the best,
Yeah.
Right? Them are the best, man. Because they don't understand that talk radio is entertainment. Entertainment is about conflict. That's why they listen religiously from 1 to 4 to Aubrey Higgins. And they love it. So why are they trying to be nice to you? I don't understand this because you're a preacher.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm very open to the debate and the combat. So I'm welcoming all the callers who have views and who want to challenge and contend. I would love to hear from Garvey. I'd love to hear from the incorrect. Sorry, correction. I'd love to hear from these people. Yeah.
This is talk radio. You're not at the university taking from what do you call it?
Dissertation.
Medical class from the professor.
No, man, this is not a PhD dissertation.
Take notes,
sitting down.
Listen and take notes. No, it's entertainment. Hollywood has built on entertainment, Cowboy Indians.
Yeah, man.
Batman and the Joker. That's why we watch it and the millions watch it. No, for example, we're not going to be a hypocrite. When I hear Orville tell me, Bradman is a greater batsman than Lara. A man who played 52 tests and almost 40 of them against one opponent, England. We must challenge that master.
Listen.
We can't just not challenge it. It's just difference of opinion. When I hear Orville tell me that Issa, when I send my granddaughter to Immaculate, they should get rid of the 45% because she wants to be a swimmer on the swimming team. I mustn't challenge that.
No, I mean, these things are subject to debate, So we should all
and the most famous one, when Orville tell me, because I know them I talk to as one of the callers that were challenging us. So me not gonna be no hypocrite. I mean, love it is entertainment today, go. It's just which one makes more sense.
Yeah.
So when I'm picking a Jamaica team to go to war against Trinidad to play for Jamaican, Orville tell me he's going to take Nikita Mill over Michael Holding. I must just say nothing and just be calm and nice.
No, not at all. And that's why we have sports talk radio, so that we can have the
So I'm surprised all them are come with it now and them not miss the show. 1 to 4. Them love it.
They love it.
No. Because you have somebody to root for. Do you root for Diego or you root for Orville? Or you root for Zidane? Or you root for Pioneer? Or you root for Dwight Chateau? We can call the famous ones that two challenge those,
No, you're correct.
For CC.
You're correct. Listen, we love the idea of a confrontation, but we love the idea of
human nature.
People getting licks and people taking out. We like
the world are no genius, which is the biggest. Even the Bible tells about conflict with David and Goliath.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Who do we root for?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The same one.
Yes.
David, King David, come on to me.
Yes, sir.
No. So the next thing I'm trying to get from some of these callers now. Right? With the thing, the Algrim system. They might cost Algrim. They might mix up himself with Leon Bailey. The two man them gone now. And them still vexed. You tell me, you praise them preacher? They should be applauding.
Yeah, I'm saying, I heard people complaining about coach. I heard people complaining about coach. I have a criticism. The fact that the coach has decided to move on to greener pastures, right? Because Ireland is one of the greenest countries in the world. But the fact that he has chosen to do that, why are people up in arms about it?
I can't get it. That's all I hear about, even the diaspora. I go to the bar. Leon, when I say the man, I'll bring Sister Joker. Him say, when I say him disrespect, you know. Yeah. So why want to say, God?
Me and my virgin from the other station had a heated discussion about it too. Because my virgin say, I'll bring it this way. I say, oh, this way? This is a business agreement. It's not a personal thing. It's not a boyfriend-girlfriend thing. This is a man on a contract. There's clauses within his contract that allow him to get out. He obviously activated those get out clauses, and there's nothing that he would have done that breached his contract. He moves on his very wage. If you have to pay him off, that's a win-win.
So what puzzles me, they know this, and the order them for the JFF also put it that. Unprofessional. This and that. There's no accountability for this money. There's no accountability for that. So then a man come now and you say he's unprofessional. So what's the problem? Unprofessional meet unprofessional.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we just find things. Truth of the matter is that JFF has found themselves in a position. They are now in a position to explore a number of coaches. They didn't have to pay off Al Grimson's salary for the remainder of his contract. They are now in a position to look at where they are, coming out of Copa, looking at the Panamanians, looking at Costa Rica, and recognize that, boy, we have a lot of work to do for this qualification. Let's find somebody who can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. These things happen every day.
Listen to me, teacher. What you're talking about.
There you go. Save the point until after.
No problem.
The JSE Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCST Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
Pizza.
New pizza, make the Caesars have a new deep dish pizza. Then ready to make lunchtime sweeter. It costs more cheese and roll off the garlic flavor. So Mr. Level up your lunch with only 1,250. Pull up by any lick the Caesars and quickly get the hot and ready to try deep dish pizza. New lunch pizza from Lick Caesars. Get more pizza for your money.
New Little Caesars Pizza. Try the hot and ready lunch special for only $1,250, or the full Detroit deep dish pizza for $2,100.
Deep dish pizza.
Pizza. Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
When you
you want the food shell and make the rice well, just give me me Kendall. Any time of the day, night as well, just give me me Kendall. Everybody can tell this good grits. Well, just give me Kendall. My body flavor, no parallel. Half hot quality, you know we excel. Well, it's all Kendel. Give me Kendall.
Another quality product from the CariMed Group.
Just give me Kendall.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Diego.
I hear a caller again being unfair to Leon Bailey. I mean, how can you compare now Leon Bailey passion to South American? How many Jamaican players have the passion of South Americans? Why will you go out there now? You expect the same thing? Eh? How many Jamaican players, all the great ones, have the passion that the South Americans have for football? You see the South Americans have the passion for track and field like we do?
No, I mean, as I said, you know, that those people's passion for the sport. I think at the professional level, though, when you're in a Leon Bailey situation and you are proud of the face, I think many people see Leon Bailey as the face of Jamaican football, right?
No. I don't know what you mean.
No.
All I hear people is costume and in performance.
No, man. I think many people.
I don't know what you are saying.
I think the public, Diego.
I can't tell whom we talk to.
Fine, and
you might talk to your church.
No, man. Your sample size and my sample size may not be big enough to form a definitive conclusion, but we can form an opinion. The fact that Leon Bailey plays for Aston Villa and has been a standout player for Aston Villa this season, I think many people would view.
All right, so me agree. Me hear what you are saying. Let me tell you what me hear from my many people, though.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, you know. Me and my meeting with me here. When me there in New York, I'm here, the man them. The man not about Leon Bailey have face. The man them say Leon Bailey not play nothing for Jamaica, and he doesn't perform the way he performs for Aston Villa.
And that's the point I'm trying to. No, hold on. That's the point I'm getting. I think the disappointment that people have is how he has performed for Jamaica. Because the expectations were high. You have other people who have performed.
Yeah. So now we're the same wavelength.
Yeah. You have other people.
They don't see him as the face of Jamaica.
No. If there's a name out there that is identifiable and recognized in the football world, outside of Jamaica, Leon Bailey would be on top of that list. As a
Jamaican. You're talking a different parameter.
No, but listen.
No, man, we hear him.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I'm saying, you are bringing something different now with Diego. I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, man, he's the most recognizable Jamaican and played the highest school out here.
Right.
No, we don't argue that. I'm just saying to you that he not play good ball for Jamaica. And go back to the point I'm saying, so we don't know where the man think them, where you expect passion like how we see in a Messi. So I say you call them expectations, and sometimes it confuses me because these are the same people when I was living in Jamaica in the 90s who were leading up to the campaign. Mr. Walter Boy, we didn't discipline and when someone is one discipline Walter, they're ready to play for.
Yeah, I think
so. Once them love and rate, that's about the discipliners who them love and rate.
And that's one of the things about us culturally that if we rate you, we will bend the rules for you. But at the same time, Jamaican people are very fickle in terms of their commitment to whoever they rate. If them rate you, are you not producing the goods? The same amount we say rate, I gotta say boo. Yeah?
I heard you said both sides when he was doing some bad patch. He came and said, I couldn't believe how the same Jamaican people did.
There you
go. Turn against him. One last thing which is the one for the cricket fans, which I was hoping Harvard was there, but maybe the fans out there can come in and comment. The CPL is starting now, preacher. I don't see that. I heard Harvard said there was a chance of a Talawa franchise. The owner left and went to Antigua, the original Talawa owner. I think it's yeah. So what's going on with that? Maybe some of your cricket officials can tell us. There is not going to be a Jamaica franchise this year if there's anything behind it.
Yeah, I see here that the CPL is set to kick off in August. Yeah. I am not seeing the teams that I am seeing here are Falcons, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, the Amazon Warriors, the Trinidad Trinbago Night Riders, the Barbados Royals, and the St. Lucia Kings. I am not seeing any franchise that, any Talawa franchise.
No.
The name. I'm not seeing the name Talawa. I would imagine that.
We'd love to see maybe somebody from the Jamaica Cricket Association or one of the cricket gurus out there can tell us what's going on with that.
All right, we'll follow up on that.
Did you follow the first test?
Sparingly. I mean, I wasn't gung ho on the West Indies doing anything in the first test. I thought it was going to play out the way it did. But what's the question about?
Well, yeah, because this is the question since you put in all really good and true. The question would then maybe the fans can come and talk about it. Would you make any change in your starting 11 for the next test match starting on Thursday?
That's a tough one because nobody distinguished themselves per se. First, based on the sport that I saw, I was wondering why. What's the name of the
Sinclair. Because we can tell you the main argument, People are saying they should drop Jason Old and I'm bringing Sinclair because of his batting.
Yeah, but isn't Jason Old all-rounder?
Yeah, but Sinclair's all-rounder too. But he's a spinning all-rounder.
Yeah, but you already have Moti in the team.
Right. Moti is a must pick based on his performance.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he distinguished himself with the bat. He was.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
When to come England done with the game.
No, that's true. Yeah. That's true. But I don't know that you're going to go into a test match in England. You really need to see more conditions, right? That the English pitches will give you. So it's going to be a difficult argument to make for Sinclair to replace Holder.
So based on that, I'm not you just leave the same team to second.
Yeah. I'd maintain the same team. I mean, interestingly, the last time we're playing, is it England? We suffered the same fate. First test we were
it was Australia.
Australia, we were humiliated.
Yeah.
And then we came back and acquitted ourselves. So,
like that. Yeah,
man, we give them a chance.
Oh, that's a big discussion. So I love the cricket aficionados. Would they make any changes for the second test? But keep up the good work.
All right, pick up yourself.
Sometimes the substitute teacher, sometimes when I was at school, I prefer the substitute teacher than the main teacher.
Yeah, but you don't want the substitute teacher for the whole school.
because it's the main teacher that will give you the grade.
Exactly.
Say no more.
All right, we're back online. Who are? Yes, Nick. Well, go on, big brother.
Yeah, preacher. How you doing?
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Yeah, so good weekend of football.
Yeah, man. Tell you, exciting.
So congrats to Spain and Argentina. But this is only a touchdown, right? That's so good. So now, here Zidane, boy, my the best coach for England. In a little while. You understand?
Yes.
Which, yeah, when you look at it, I can agree with him because he has been doing not a lot better, but better than a few of the coaches. You understand? But I said to Zidane last week, I said, suppose him lose the final, right? Because is that his standard to just reach the final because England is looking out for a win, but never move from that because even it no must have a win. But what I'm saying, right? To me, this coach, especially in this tournament, is nuts, right? Now, what happened in the World Cup? You mentioned it earlier with Scaloni and Martinez, right? Him was doing well for Inter,
Yes.
Pretty good enough. So he had the starting position in the World Cup, as right? He wasn't fitting in the style of play for Argentina in the first two matches.
First two games. He against Saudi Arabia, he scored a couple goals, was inches offside. Probably that did something to his confidence. Second game against Mexico, I think they made an adjustment up front.
Long and short now, this is how Alvarez came in. Now we have Hurricane who in this tournament for England. And Hurricane not playing well. As a matter of fact, Hurricane not fitting in well with the style of play in this tournament with this England. You see that in the first game. You see that in the second. And to make matters worse, each time like he met the changes and put on one of the other forwards, the game changes. The actual style of play and how England play change and them start play a lot better, right? Now, this brother is blind because everybody see it. Why then you keep on forcing Hurricane in the team? And it happened in the finals. They make the change, take out Kane and put on Ali Watkins and Palmer, and the game changed right away.
Yeah.
Right? Now, for the life of me, I can't understand, right? And because when I look at it, I don't know, but this is my opinion. England have a better team, man to man team. Right?
Do they have a better team, as in the technical abilities that the Spanish?
Yeah, they have a better team. For instance, you have a forward like Morata. Morata couldn't even get a Morata.
All right. Hold the thought. We're going to go to the break.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue. For all your tiling and classic stone needs, call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosridge.
James Anderson ended his legendary international career in England's crushing victory over the West Indies in the first test at Lord's. Anderson, England's all-time leading wicket taker, took one of 4 wickets to fall on the third morning as the hosts completed a rout by an innings and 114 runs. In a poignant day at the home of cricket, the 41-year-old Anderson was given the Guard of Honor by both teams on his entrance to the field and was visibly moved by the standing ovation he received from the expectant crowd. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosridge.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosridge, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosridge financing.
Give a little, a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier.
Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Reynolds Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandler's Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Nick. I agree with you. All right. I agree with you. See, in a tournament, coaches have to be willing because players may come into the tour. They may not be in their best shape. They may not be in the best of their club situation. Hurricane had a wonderful club season, right?
Just like Martinez.
Just like Martinez in the world.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Now, the challenge where the coach probably had. Kane is in captain. Kane perhaps is in lead, right? Taking out your captain gives a void on the outside of his position. So that might be the challenge of guards. Right?
Sure. Hold on, let me stop you. I'm not want to go down there. I'm not arguing with that, right?
No, man, you can disagree, But may I tell you, say, part of the coach challenge might be that outside of where you are sitting.
Let me tell you why I disagree. Because, all right, why when I'm taking off, the whole game changed. There's no void.
Context and situation. The English team is a reactive team. It seems like it's built into the end. You see, every time England find themselves under pressure down at goal, them lift themselves. The players start.
Yeah, but them can't. But with Kane on the field, them can't.
No, but Kane is not the only reason why they have that problem. I'm just saying.
Kane is too easily marked because he's not moving. So when the midfielder them can't get through to him because he's static. He's not moving.
Who is the creative midfielder?
Who that's Bellingham.
How creative was Bellingham in Europe?
Well, average.
Who would be the second most creative player?
Tell me, you're not doing.
Well, you have Kobe Mino, who's end up starting. You have Ford, who was inserted into.
Well, Foden, I would have said Foden because Mino is mostly
in play deep.
Not a defensive mindset. So.
In play a little further with them. All right, good. Right. So Ford, how creative is Ford?
Average also. Average.
So if you have average creativity coming out of the middle of the park, right?
Right.
Albeit Kane was far from his best, and Kane obviously was hampered.
Can we say because of the movement of the forward, right? That can cause or add up to the average.
Of course, and I agree. I agree with you that Kane.
And why the midfielders look better when?
I don't think they look better. I just think no. I don't think they look better. But what happened was with the injection of Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins and others who came out, England found themselves chasing a result, and the handbrake, the coach's natural tendency and his natural philosophy, which is more conservative. The handbrakes were lifted. The moment that England got back into the game, the moment England get back into the game, they reverted to the more conservative style of play. Hurricane was not on the field then, no boss. Hurricane was not on the field when the score was 1-1. And after England scored, England went back to the same version of themselves that they were when Hurricane was on.
Richard, when the players, the handbrake style is so easy.
Yes.
When the handbrake lifts up, that is the players taking it upon themselves. The style of play, Southgate is a handbrake style. Right? Because the ballers that England have right now compared to the other teams. England have the man for man, England have a better team than most of the teams.
It is probably one of the, I don't think you can find a single team, man for man, that you might say is better than. However, in terms of technical abilities and skill sets, the Spanish team, technically, to me, is an overall better team. Technically, in terms of their use of the football and what they do with it. The German team.
We are talking two different things.
Yeah, man. No, man.
In terms of playing.
Yeah, man.
But man for man, England have the better team to me.
Well, I mean that's a subjective issue. When the man to man come together as 11 and need to play together on the field, that is now when you judge a team. And
and also that is the time you judge coaching.
Fair enough. But I'm going to ask you a question. Given Southgate's record with him, right? Which I mean is only surpassed by probably one or two other English coaches in history of right? So it was only losing 18. Would you fire Garrett if you were in a position to fire him?
Yeah.
And on what ground? Yes.
All right. Let me ask you a question, right? If a coach like Pep comes second every year with a team like Man City, him gone, don't?
If Pep keeps coming second with a team,
second are not doing great or something, don't him gone. I mean, I would have fired him because him doing the same thing like the other coaches, and because the other coaches never actually do bad enough, as I was telling you, but them just never reach as far as him.
All right. Guess what happened? We have to run because Nick, we have to run because we have others at home. Yeah, man. But I'll say this. I'll say this after you come out. The problem that England has transcends Garrett Southgate, even though Garrett Southgate has made some he could have done better. All right, but England, generally speaking, lacks creativity. We love that. That is going to unplug perform at their best. I think that has been a perennial problem, right? Now, Garrett Southgate's conservative approach, handbrake approach, obviously comes to bear on the team, and if removing him is the solution, it's that they find somebody else who's going to be open and expansive, and hopefully that will bring down. I haven't won anything since then.
And I agree with that.
All right, man. Manners and respect. We're taking on it. Correction.
Yeah, man.
Welcome.
Correction, the correct one.
Yes, sir. What do you have to say to us?
Well, first thing, I'm wondering, I don't hear any of the usual voices on the radio today. Yeah. And I have not heard any apologies from management. We have not been told when to hear from. We'll hear from them again. What's going on?
At the top of the show, I indicated that Messieurs Orville and Zidane were in the studio today. So I'm just filling in for them. The intention is for them to back up tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes. So that's as far as I can see. So you don't have to worry about them not being back on here, because that's not
okay.
That's
so
not
both men are in good health.
As far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Okay. Because these are the voices we have grown to, come to love and trust over the years. And
I don't know if everybody shares the sentiments about loving and trusting, but definitely people have come to enjoy listening and debating. Yeah, correction. There's a little static in the back. Correction. Hello.
Yeah.
Man. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Right. So I'm saying I hear a call. I don't remember if it was Evangelist saying about the confrontation. The confrontation is one of the things that make this program what it is.
Yes, I agree.
You understand? And I never know the Evangelist had something against the confrontation. I
don't necessarily think he is anti-confrontation in terms of debates and the heated nature of the debates. I think what he was alluding to is the fact that if there's nothing to argue over, there's no need to fabricate an argument. So if a caller calls and the caller is making sense, there's no need to create an argument, facts, for example. That don't make sense.
Yeah, but I don't think that was ever the case regarding Zidane and RB.
Fair.
I like when Zidane become emotional and start talking about LeBron James that can come and beat him. Yeah, I like when he get emotional about Messi so he can come and beat him.
Well, he's not here today.
You know, and when I put my points and then think me talking foolishness, then beat me.
What you have to say about Messi?
What?
What do you have to say about Messi?
Messi?
Yeah.
No, I mean I've not said about Messi, man. I was just really concerned because I didn't really hear anything about it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right. Yeah, man. Cool.
All right. Next on line, MU.
Hello.
Yes, MU. What go on?
What preacher?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, brother, man.
Yeah, from there. Yeah. Me didn't hear a discussion on the radio because I get it to call him from the other day now. But we hear them talk about Brazil's style of play and them change their style of play and them not winning anything.
Yeah.
Because them style of play, them need to go back to them style of play with them used to have for a long time. But my argument is, why you gonna say them style of play change and them not win anything, but when them used to play in the style, I not say them not winning now. But them was dominant because even in the Copa America, Argentina have been to 5 finals from, you can say about 2015 or so.
Mm-hmm.
5 finals, back-to-back finals. And this is the same thing Argentina players are playing in Europe. Because they saying the Brazilian take up the European style. So I say that make no sense.
Well, I mean, just for accuracy of information. We'll go to the break and come back and we'll share some information. All right?
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's not instant, it's a MoneyGram. So Maria, check your phone, your money land. The NBS money transfer. See it faster, easier. Sign up for PNBS direct to bank account transfer. You don't want to step out behind the line. Straight into your account, money reach long time. PNBS money transfer.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it. Love it with BH Paints.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, MU. I agree with you in part. We just want to give you some information, accuracy.
Yeah.
Brazil was in the Copa final 2019, Peru 3-1, and they were in the final again in 2021 when they lost to Argentina.
1-0.
Yeah. Right. So Brazil has been in 2 of the last 5 finals. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I'm saying No, what me I say? Me try to say how much. Hello.
Yeah, man. May I hear you?
Yeah. So me I say. What me I try to say? Those are Argentina the most come for America, right?
16.
Yeah. How many Brazil have?
I think I'll double check for you. I don't want to get the wrong number, but less than 16.
Less than 16, right? And from you can say what became Philip Argentina players have been played in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So, that's my argument.
Listen,
why are they playing in Europe?
The argument no hold up.
Because they don't hold up.
They don't hold up. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, bro. If your style of play was better for you, why you should be dominated? You should have more Copa, right?
No, me not go use that as the benchmark, right? Me not go use winning the Copa as the benchmark. What I'll say to you is the style of play, which is the Brazilian, the samba, right? Which is emerging out of their culture, dance, samba dance, and this free flowing style of football, player and all.
Yeah, we don't say that gone, but
right. No, it is players who have the ability, the skills, the talent to play that style of football, who make that style of football work. Right? The argument that is being made that is being made is that your Brazilian talent is being taken to Europe early, and because they got to Europe early, they don't develop that natural flair and talent and ability to play samba football. And because of anymore, right? And because of that, Brazil is no longer a dominant force. I'm going to suggest that in the times when Brazil was playing the expansive, free-flowing style of samba, they were not necessarily beating everybody in the world at the World Cup, every World Cup that they played.
Yes.
And they were not walking through Copa, you use the example, when they were playing that style. So even when Brazil was in the heyday of samba football, they were not necessarily world beaters at the time.
Yes.
So where we are today in football, Virgin, people have become much more tactical. People are playing football all over the world. Minnows are becoming better because they have players who are playing big leagues. And if Brazil come with this samba style of football with people who are lesser talented than people like Ronaldinho and Kaká and those guys, they're going to get some 5 and 6 love.
But the Brazilian fans are calling back for it, and I don't see any sense in it.
Because aesthetically, it is appealing. It is appealing. It's good to watch. People like to see it. It makes you feel. You like to see pile. You like to see. You like to see. You like to see salad and you like to see when Robinho plateau over the ball. And it looks good, and I like to see it too.
But that doesn't win a game.
It doesn't necessarily translate into being the most dominant team in a competition or winning a competition. It doesn't necessarily translate.
But I not see why their fans are calling back for that style of play, because you want to see the side with trophy. So I not see no sense in that. Because in Europe saying the players are leaving too early. But even they say the player leaving. Look at Neymar. You could say Neymar have a bit of skill, but he didn't leave South America early. He lived like in his 20s, about there.
Well, some people would say that's late. Some people would say talent is leaving at 16 and 17. I don't see the numbers on that, so I will reserve my view on that. Listen, it's a cycle, man. Brazil is going through a cycle. They will produce more talent in future cycles. They will have other players who come through who play with skill and flair. But they're generally speaking, Brazil is just going through a low period.
Brazil just need back the hunger like what they have one time.
Maybe.
Yes.
Listen, Virgin, Brazil were 1 minute away from making it to the semi-finals of the World Cup in Mobas.
Yeah.
Croatia find Croatia find an equalizer toward the end of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, we would have been seeing a Brazil, Argentina semi-final.
So what me say, me love the European style of football, you know. So me I say, me not see the sense in them as talk about Brazil player and this and that. Because them type of argument, them not still need to win nothing. I know you want to get side with things.
Yeah. I mean, I get the point that you
make. Yeah. So we'll leave it here.
Big up yourself.
Big up yourself, bitch.
Next call online. Yeah, man. Who we have? QC. Go on, big boss.
Richard.
Yes, sir.
As me I say, you might don't know what I'm to Avila with that. I don't think you are, because you don't have the answer. I don't think you are qualified to talk to Zidane and Avila come back tomorrow.
No, I didn't say that they are coming back tomorrow. I said the intent.
No, you said peradventure we might see them back tomorrow.
Because, what is wrong with that?
No, but I think it's a disrespect from the management of KLS. I'm sure you were not employed this morning as the PR of KLS. The callers we are called the show.
QC. Hold on, QC.
Yeah.
You call the program to take me on, or you call the program to talk?
No, you may take on.
Okay.
And the management and the irresponsibility of KLS.
Well,
because we have somebody where we are listening to where we have hangover points with from Friday. Two of them not come on the radio. And we not here, we hear preacher this morning. We not come to argue. We come to talk something about cricket and Avila and Zidane there.
Okay. Well, QC.
And it's an irresponsibility. Them don't have no respect for the callers. We have spent the money day after day.
QC. I think you take it.
I mean too far.
Right. QC, have you not called the program? And let me ask you a question. Yeah, but that's not the first time you called. Okay?
Yeah, but you can't come lock me down like me not have no right.
No, man, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that your view may be taken personally. And I explain what I'm saying. There are days when you have called one of the two is not extreme. Right? Or whatever. Right? There are days when you have called and I have replaced one of them before. The fact that both of them are not extreme, it's a unique situation. I don't think management is in a position necessarily to be apologetic about.
Why?
Hold on, man. At the start of the show, the producer stated that the regular host, will not be in studio, and he apologized. And what else you wanted?
So you had known that they wouldn't come in today?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But what else would you want, man? Tell me.
No. I've seen the other program that you when I listen to you a while ago, I don't remember how many of us said. When I listen to you a while ago, it's like Avila and Zidane can't come back tomorrow. I have to make more and lick Avila and cricket.
Yeah, man. So wait till him come back tomorrow. If him come back.
Yeah, the argument. That's what I say. You're speaking irresponsibly because you're not in a position to talk.
I said it is the intention for them to be back tomorrow because it is not my intention to replace them tomorrow. So, is it your intention to call them when them come back? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So wait till Avila and Zidane come back and they come beat them, my boss.
I program. All right.
Yeah, man. When them come back, you beat them. Next call. Yeah, AKA CC the Great One. CC, where you talk about AKA the Great One? Where you get the Great One title? CC. Look like we lose CC in our channel. All right, we could go to Alaric now. CC, call back. Alaric, go on.
Yes, good afternoon, preacher.
Big up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man, big up as well. Yeah, man, we just want to talk to a few things. The Wimbledon, you don't watch Wimbledon yesterday?
I didn't watch the game, but I've been following what was happening on phone. And saw the young man Alcaraz pretty much breeze through the first two sets. And then it looked like Djokovic tried to fight back towards the end of Alcaraz. But you watched it?
Yeah, man, I watched it.
Your thoughts?
Really disappointed. Well, it's really a king of the god, and I saw this from long time. This kid is the future of tennis. And he has gone 4 titles now, and if he remains fit, he has the potential to become the GOAT, to overtake Djokovic. But he really took Djokovic to the cleaners yesterday.
Yeah, man.
And Djokovic really played bad because he was having a terrible game. Because even his net game, he made a lot of unforced errors and a lot of easy shots close to the net. He was unable to make those stick. So it was a total domination of Djokovic, and I've never seen this in all my years watching Djokovic. Alcaraz is the man. He's the best thing, man. Best thing right now in tennis.
Yeah.
Djokovic is on his way out, and just goes to show if he was not around, how much more titles Djokovic would have.
Yeah, because I mean, how much time now he might be.
He beat him at Wimbledon last year as well.
Right.
So we really have the beating of Djokovic right now.
And this is the nature of sports going on. I mean, cycles, as I said about a different topic, but same point. You're going to have youngsters emerging, and this Alcaraz kid, he's emerging and he's doing it quickly. He's doing it on all courts.
Yeah.
Right. Which shows you that he probably, at this point, a little better or a little further ahead than all the others who were before.
Exactly.
Right. So I mean, he's one to watch. Let's hope that the trajectory remains the same. That
If he's fit, as I said, he will be one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
Yeah, man.
Because he has everything. Speed. The man dropped some hits on Djokovic yesterday.
Listen, his backhand game is good.
He has an all-round game.
Front court game, his service is good. I mean, every player has weaknesses, but generally speaking, this player seems to have good balance all around. So
yeah, man, he's one to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Are the Euros now?
Yes, man. Yes. The Euros.
Yeah, the Euros. So congratulations to Spain, man. It was really a Spanish day yesterday.
Yeah. Alcaraz and then the Spanish team.
Spanish team. And then, boy, as I said to Zidane and Arville, that Kane, boy, the man saw. I mean, if there's a curse for the man, the man saw like Peter, I tell you.
Some people will enjoy you saying pretty sure.
The man, I tell you.
Yeah.
The man, Spain was extended yesterday. And, but, Spain was the best team throughout the tournament.
Yes.
And they are the first team in the Euros to win all 7 games.
Yeah.
So they were really the best team in the tournament, and they are well deserved winners. So nobody can, even though I wanted England to take it home finally, but their wait will have to continue. But it is just one of those things that Kane can't seem to get over the hump.
Yeah.
And when England came back with that Cole Palmer goal, it gave them life.
Yes, man.
And I thought that they would go on to win it at that point in time, but Spain, here was it. Spain have the best team. England have some quality players.
Individual.
In terms of individual players, but in terms of ground play.
Listen.
And how these 11 players come together. Spain have the best team.
You see, one of the things that goes unnoticed about Spain because they play such attractive football is how the back four work together. I'll take the break and come back. Yeah.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Albert. You see that back for them with Carvajal, Cucurella, Norman, and Laporte.
Yeah.
They are the ones who start the attack. And when they are defending, them as solid as any other defensive unit where you can think about. And they go unnoticed, because obviously you have Ruiz and Rodri in the middle and at the ball. And the fact that Spain possesses the ball so much, I think the defenders now have much work to do. But they maintain their shape, my boss. They maintain their shape. Even the goal was scored against them, It was a very good goal by Cole Palmer.
Well taken, man. Well taken.
It's not like it was a defensive breakdown or anything. I mean, Bellingham did back to goal, just throw it off because they have to get rid of the ball. And him just slap it. This Spain team, in terms of how them structure my boss, are technically they're much better than everybody else put together.
Agreed. And like it's even though they don't really play tiki-taka.
No.
Tiki-taka to me, they never like that style. Them keep going laterally, but this team under De La Fuente, they have more counter-attacking as well,
Yeah, man.
So they knock the ball and them each and they counter quick.
Vertical, vertical.
Yeah, man, and them just direct. I like that kind of football.
Very vertical.
And these two,
them, Alright, the man them fluid too. If you watch the game, you realize that there are times when Yamal and Williams are on the same side of the field.
And them two they have come to know.
All right.
So these two wide men, Williams and Yamal, and this split boy, just turned 17, one for the future. Here people start comparing with Messi. But the man deadly as a little youth, and he has no fear. And as I say, sometimes them interchange because initially in the first half you realize that Luke Shaw are the better of him,
Yes.
And they kind of interchange. So them fluid in terms of how them play. And even though Morata is not as a greater striker as the kid in them come, he still complement the team.
Yes.
So it's an all-around team effort.
Here what Morata do, because Morata is an aerial threat.
Exactly.
Morata keeps the center half of the other teams. Honest, my boss. And so that gives the wingers more freedom, my boss.
And that is what England lacked. And in Hurricane, you notice when Ollie Watkins came on, Spain defenders, central defenders, had to be running to them goal, which no defender like.
Yes.
When you have the forward in front of you, that is the easiest thing as a defender.
100%. Before the tournament, I said Hurricane would have been England's most important. I tell you why. Because Hurricane turned up and was bagging in the goals. England were sure to, in my opinion, advance. Yes. So I demand the most important player going into the tournament. But yeah, it was a horrible. It was not good.
And that's what I was saying to Zidane. And here's the point earlier with I think is Nick that Southgate, remember that tournament football we are talking about, you're aiming to win the tournament. And if you're a main player, you're a captain, you can't be afraid to tell Zidane to Southgate too timid. You can't afraid to either bench him off if he's not giving the performance they want. Yeah. Because you have capable options on the bench. You have Ivan Toney, you have Ollie Watkins, who 37 games last season, 37 goal contribution, 19 goals, 18 assists.
You could even play Foden as a false nine in this.
Precisely. You have him have other options, and that's the point I'm saying now. England had too many attacking options. They Southgate a face of defensive. He's a defensive coach by nature.
Yeah.
But he's not going to suit the team here. With all of his attacking options, they need a coach that is forward thinking and that is attacking to get the best out of England. Because England defense solid, you know.
Yeah.
I was surprised by Gahey or stand up in the tournament.
He was the most impressive
Important player.
Yes.
To me,
Impressive
England.
player for England in the tournament. And he was consistent throughout the tournament.
Right through.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I give you that.
Yeah, man. And finally, they big up Argentina and big up Messi again. And it comes out, it just goes to show that, boy, life is a hell of a thing, you know. 4 years ago, Messi had no international title to his name.
Yeah.
And the man have 4 now. 2 Copa America.
A World Cup and a Philadelphia.
Exactly. 4 trophies now.
Yeah.
And
last night was more about the team than it was about
the team, exactly. So, I tell people, you know, so me, if I were a coach, it's about the team, you know. The team is more important than any individual player because Messi could have get injured from the start of the tournament.
Right.
You still need to carry on. And Messi can call it quits now, basically.
Yeah, man. I think so.
Because you can't say much slow down.
I think so. I think so. I like to see great ones go out on a winning.
And precisely.
Yeah.
No matter make people ever tell you, say, you're not happy and start turning against it.
Exactly.
You need to, Messi, in this tournament, is not what people expected.
True.
Because of Messi. But age, are the master.
Yeah.
And with 2 years before to the World Cup, I don't see him get any better. He still can get little 1 or 2 good moments, but Argentina have enough quality players that can replace him.
Listen, what has happened is that the talent that Argentina had at its disposal from 2010 to 28 was far greater,
better
in my opinion, than the players that we now have. But these players, right, are playing with more grittiness.
Exactly, and they're playing as a team.
They're playing as a unit, and they have been set up in a way to complement Messi as he fades, as his game regresses in terms of his speed and and all of that. This team is set up to complement that. And personally, it tells you that it is not necessarily having the 11 best players who you can have on the field. It is having the 11 players who can complement each other the best.
The whole is better than
the sum of the parts. Yes, sir.
You need to understand that there has to be a synergy. You can have the 11 best players in the world and play for one team, and that team don't go anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Because more time comes down to ego. But once you have the ability around Messi and complement Messi and make the play team part, and that is how they are one of the best teams in the world right now. And if they continue, they can win the next World Cup.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, Al. Pick up yourself. All right.
Yeah,
we're
man,
going to take another one. The Flame and Dini Man. Okay, before we get to the next one, we're going to take our second selection. It's from The Flame and Dini Man. We're telling the people that we're not interested in Obia. Hey?
No weapon formed against me shall ever prosper.
When you're my right off from my bed smash up, in Almighty God when me put me trust, none of them can stop me, me put God first. No good man can get rid of us.
You and your opium man, you and your opium man, no one can help you.
No. Stand back on the button.
You and you can't bring them. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you.
Me can't tell you something.
You have to call on Jesus. Call the name of Jesus. He is the answer. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you. None of them can't save you.
We only can bring back Jamaica with the word of God. Lift up the people with the word of God. Fight violence with the word of God. And win back the youth with the word of God. We feed the poor with the word of God. Yeah, them know how only God we have. Who read one Psalms and they teach a politician them how else to pray to God. God everywhere we chat. Moses, me name Nimrod. Yo, me no know why Babylon so bad. Me no have no gathering, so me pray to God. Yo, me no care what the pussy there. Me just want go round the butcher there. Fi make some music night and day, so everybody sing with me.
You and your opium man. You and your opium man. No one can help you. You and you can't bring them. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you.
We can't tell you something.
You have to call on Jesus. Call the name of Jesus. He is the answer. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you. None of them can't save you.
When the damn them come out at the party, table turn up and you know they got plenty. And them not know about Jesus' story. Or him crucify and give me the glory. Remember me name Moses in the burning bush. Run over man in the burning bush. That's why we have criminals and cook and them now read the holy book. Anyway, enough of them boy you don't know God. Them a bust people chain and a grab bag. Now you scam some money and you feel glad. And you make a whole family feel mad. Everybody wanna jump like a bullfrog. Wanna wave on the ones and all flags. Cause you know say you believe in a one God. You love Jesus Christ and your God.
God is my keeper, my shield and buckler. In times of distress, refuge and fortress. I will praise your name and magnify your name. Oh Lord, yeah. When the generation a shout, angels come cover my road. God in my corner, there is no doubt. Him we can't live without. So I will praise your name and magnify your name. Oh Lord, you and your opium man. You and your opium man. No one can help you. You and you can't bring them. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you.
We can't tell you something.
You have to call on Jesus.
You better know
call
that.
the name of Jesus.
Whoa.
He is the answer. You and your opium man. You and you can't bring them. No, them can't save you.
Yeah, that one is from the Flame and Beanie Man. Yeah, man. Potter Gold Productions. Richie Stevens in the one day. Wow, the one the nice, the truth. All right, we take a break and we catch you back on the other side.
Tune in to German Morgan, aka Brother DJ Frisco, on your radio. Friday nights at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. inside the Midnight Serenade Radio Show. And Saturdays and Sunday mornings inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. You will be motivated, blessed, and receive a word in time with DJ Frisco in the mix. Tune in, and stay connected.
Isratech Jamaica Limited offers a high-quality complement of unique and sustainable products and services, unparalleled anywhere in the Caribbean and Central America. Everything agriculture, water, energy, hardware, home, and garden. From engineering and design, manufacturing and supply of product, consultation, after-sales service to implementation and maintenance. Call us today at 876-603-3946. Isratech, master the elements.
Mommy, the roof is leaking again. I just fixed the roof. Lord, deliver me from this problem now. It's what I come out of the kick.
I'm a genie, man. Relax. I come for granted 3 wishes.
3 wishes? I
Yeah,
just
man.
need 1 wish right now.
1 wish.
I need this roof to be fixed.
Tropical Metal Products, man. The place for you. Call them at 876-765-9444. And them stock a wide variety of roofing and building solutions, man. So check them out, man. So you see I save your money so I can stay for
I
dinner.
never cook no genie food today.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call. Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we are back online. Just want to remind the listeners that you can reach us at 968-8117 for the sports desk. Give us a call now, or you can check us out if you're not hearing us on the app. You can check us out on YouTube, Sports Desk Jamaica, KNAS. All right, we are back online, and there is a man called Garvey. Welcome, Garvey.
Garvey.
I saw the name Garvey on the screen. Who is it?
Garvey, it's another G still. It's another G who's a star.
Oh, it's a G star. Hey, G star. Oh, go on, my boss.
There, man. There was a caller last week. Was referring to the Jalen Brown thing. So I just want to talk about that for 2 seconds.
Okay, that's the Jalen Brown snub. Jalen Brown not making the U.S. Olympic.
That's right. Jalen Brown not making the USA Olympic team. My boss, I can't remember. I didn't hear the first part of your call, so I don't know your name. Sorry. So when it comes to Jalen Brown now, it's a clear snub. They first of all, they picked Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard should have never been on that team in the first place.
Agreed.
Because he was injured, so he just needed to rehab for the rest of in the off season, right?
Agreed.
So Kawhi is about 6'7". Jalen Brown is about 6'6", 6'7". So it only makes sense that Jalen Brown would replace him, right? That's what I thought would be with a natural selection. But they chose to go with, which is a big slap in the face, Derek White. No more boss.
Yep.
For me, Jalen Brown made a tweet. Jalen Brown said Nike, at Nike, is that what we're doing? He later deleted that tweet, right?
Yeah.
So I guess he's saying that Nike is the one, because Nike is the one who sponsors the whole Olympic program for the U.S.
Yeah.
He's saying that Nike was the one who was in control. Now, somebody else made this point, but I'll regurgitate it because I kind of share the same opinion. The reason why they didn't pick Jalen Brown and Kyrie Irving because they're afraid that they're going to go, when they go to Paris, they're going to make a statement, right? And I'm just going to give you an example of the statement. Not to say that this is a statement they will actually make, but free Palestine or something like that.
They're going to use the platform.
That's right.
For political advocacy.
Because those are probably the two most likely players to do that, right? So they don't want to hear free Palestine during the Olympics, at least not Nike, right? All right. No, I'm Bernard James now, people. People are still kind of giving Bernard James a hard time, and this is what I'll say. He's the 55th pick in the draft. Any 55th pick in the draft gets time to develop. Brandon James should get that same time, that same ability, so he can develop. All right?
Listen, this is how I break it.
All right, go on.
Bronny James has benefited from his father, right?
Yeah.
He's a Laker because, obviously, the situation with his father and the Lakers have done their best to try and appease LeBron, all right?
Yeah.
But now when Bronny James finds himself in this position, it becomes a matter of meritocracy. He has to now prove that he deserves to play in the NBA.
Absolutely, I agree.
He has to put in the work.
I agree.
He has to come out every night and bust his shot. He has to work on his three-point shooting. He has to improve his court management, right? So if he doesn't do that, then he's going to be subject to all of the criticisms that have come from people who believe that he is a nepo baby, right?
Yeah. I agree totally.
But if he does that, if he works his ass off, if he puts in the work, if he comes out and in another year or two he's a regular player in the NBA, then he will be able to live down some of that criticism.
Okay, fine. But let me just go on the other side of that for a second, right? Because being LeBron's son is a double-edged sword. You know?
It is.
Because what 55th pick in the draft is subject to this kind of scrutiny.
True.
None.
True.
But that's not an easy thing to play with where, oh my gosh, if you go over it. And when you watch him play, sometimes he's tentative. No, that's not necessarily because of the criticism that he's receiving. No, I think that's more of his personality. So for me, I've seen the flashes already. I don't care about it. I've seen some flashes, not in the summer league, but but I saw some flashes in high school. But the thing about Bronny is that he is not a dog. If Bronny becomes a dog, then you do some damage. All right.
Now, but you know what's ironic though?
Yeah.
More conversation has been generated about this, the 50-50 pick in the NBA because of the situation surrounding him. Then have been developed around Zachary Risaka.
About who?
Zachary.
Oh, Ricochet.
Ricochet. Yeah.
Oh, the first round pick.
Yeah.
Or the first pick overall.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen him play yet. Actually,
There you
I don't know what happened to him.
Well, he's from
but-
France. I mean, he's not from the US. He's from France. I mean,
Yeah, I wish he played for the French team. Speaking of the French team, let me just tell you quickly who I'm very disappointed in, Preacher. I'm very disappointed in Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid had a chance to play for France. He had a chance to play for Cameroon, and he chose to play for USA.
because he wants to win a ring.
So let me tell you this. Joel Embiid is not going to win anything with Philadelphia. Anybody who thinks Philadelphia is going to win something, cancel that. They're not going to win anything.
So how
Because
do you
because with an attitude like that, I don't believe you're going to go
how do
anywhere.
you transition from choosing to play for Team USA to not being able
Because
to win for Philadelphia?
Because he's taking the super easy route.
No, but Philadelphia winning is down to
No, the mentality, Preacher. I'm just talking about the
but listen,
mentality of the baller.
Philadelphia has not suffered from Joel Embiid's mentality. It suffered from Joel Embiid's injuries.
True.
Joel
True.
Embiid has just not been physically available.
No, that's not true. Not just his injuries. Check Joel Embiid's stats in the playoffs. He's been not good.
Yeah, but part of
And
that
Zidane,
has
you need
been.
to answer for this, by the way, because you said Joel Embiid was better than Shaq.
No, he's not better than Shaq.
But I'm saying Zidane needs to answer for that.
No, man, he's not better than Shaq.
No, I'm just saying the host needs to answer for that.
The issue is when
That's
Joel
what
Embiid gets to the playoffs,
he
has not been healthy.
I agree with that.
And
but
so his numbers are impacted by the health factor.
possibly, but when you're between the white lines, Preacher, don't tell me that you got injured. All right?
Fair
No, quickly, no. I just can talk about the two biggest winners and the two biggest losers from the NBA in the offseason.
Good.
For me, the first biggest loser in the offseason is the Los Angeles Lakers. Why? Because of what we just spoke about before. I think that this season in LA is going to be a circus because of Bronny James, right? I don't think it's gonna. I don't think, and they didn't pick up anybody. They didn't get the chance to get Clay. They tried to get Klay Thompson, didn't get him. They tried to get the coach, didn't get him. Jonas Valanciunas.
You really think they were trying to get?
Well, that's the reports. I think so. Well, however it is, JJ Redick is their coach. So they have a new coach, and they didn't get anybody in the offseason, Preacher. They tried to get about 3 or 4 players. Not even DeMar DeRozan went there.
Okay, that's number one. Who's number two?
All right, number 2, no. So the biggest, the winner, no. Or should I go 2 losers and then a 2
Two losers first. Yeah.
All right. This is a biggie. The Nuggets. Because they lost let's call him KCP, Caldwell Pope, right? They lost Bruce Brown last year, so it's almost a double up. They lost Bruce Brown, didn't replace him, and now they lost KCP and didn't replace him. I don't think, unless they make some big changes during the season, like a decent trade, the Denver Nuggets are not going to.
Yeah, I saw that they haven't been able to make any real moves in the
No,
offseason.
Yeah, and they didn't have a bench last year.
Didn't have a bench. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to compete. Others have been loading up. But let me hear you.
All right, two winners now. All right. So the 76ers, for obvious reasons, they did lose Tobias Harris, yes, but they got Paul George. Tobias Harris was absolutely deplorable in the playoffs.
APB is still out on Tobias.
Yes, there you go. And then also PG would be a huge upgrade for that, right? And if they didn't get PG, their franchise would have been done pretty much.
True.
Because think about it, if they didn't sign PG, what do they have?
Yeah,
Just
it
Maxey
would have been a struggle for them.
There you go. And they signed some decent players though. What name? Caleb Martin and the other guy.
Somebody told me that Caleb Martin is a poor man's Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, but they signed Kelly Oubre. They have Kelly Oubre.
No, I'm saying somebody told me. I won't call their names, but somebody said that.
You know what? That wouldn't be surprised me if I said that before. All right, and the two winners now.
That's number one.
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans. Yeah.
they got DeJounte Murray, right? So they were always looking to trade Brandon Ingram because Brandon Ingram has always come up very soft when it comes up to playoff time.
He was injured last year, man.
He was, but I'm talking perennially though. It's not just last year I'm talking about. Generally, he's come up smart, right? Now, also, we know that the Pelicans aren't going to go anywhere unless Zion comes to the party, right? Zion is another one who's always injured. I think the Pelicans, in the last 5 years, Zion hasn't played in one playoff game yet, right? But it's the off season, and we're just looking at what it looks like on paper. And on paper, the Pelicans are real good because they got DeJounte Murray for basically a bag of chips and some Skittles.
True.
Right?
I mean, the Boston Celtics have not lost it.
No, they haven't, but I can't say they won the off season.
No, I mean, I'm not adding to your four. I'm just saying they have not lost it, and they are as young as you get, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Al Horford takes the age average up, but I mean, the Boston Celtics are going to be there, and OKC made a little move.
No, I agree. OKC and the Knicks, those will be my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
OKC and the Knicks because of who they got. And then my honorable mention for the loser would be the Miami Heat again because Pat Riley. If Rabalak is out there, Rabalak, you may have a look at Pat Riley now, but you probably have a look at it because he hasn't done anything for the last couple of years, and they're just relying on Heat culture. That's just their culture alone is not going to get it done. Talent is what wins in the NBA.
Agree.
All right.
All right, you star, leave it there, man. Good
All
call,
right, big
man.
up. Cool.
Yeah, man. We take another one. All right, we're gonna go to the break and then we take tomorrow after the break. All right.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by HChem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
British double Olympic Taekwondo champion Jade Jones has been cleared to compete at the 2024 Games after it was decided that she will not face any sanctions over a doping violation. Jones, a gold medalist in the London Olympics in 2012 and Rio 2016, was provisionally suspended by the UK anti-doping agency, CADA, after she failed to provide a urine sample to officials who arrived at her hotel in Manchester on December 1 in 2023. But UCAD said it had been presented with a confidential medical record that showed Jones bore no fault or negligence for her refusal or failure to submit her sample for collection. UCAD, which did not specify the medical condition, said it was satisfied not to punish Jones under very exceptional circumstances. And that's Sports Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by HChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier.
Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're rounding into our final 30 minutes of the program. It's been a good day and time is going so quickly. But we have tomorrow online. Tomorrow.
Hello?
Yeah, man, your background sound a little nice. How is it?
All right, good day, man. Blessed afternoon, brother.
Yeah, man, monitor.
All right, so I heard people blaming that Harry Kane did Was it impactful? Was that what Nick said?
I think generally speaking, the views are that Hurricane had a poor tournament by his standards. Yeah.
But I like the question that you asked him. Who was the creative midfielder for England?
Yeah.
And what did they create for the forward? Because a forward, a Hurricanes kind of need creators, you know. We know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, he thrives when he has people playing him through, when he's able to break the lines and stuff. That's when he's at his best.
I think best, and I think they forgot that Hurricane is one of the best person who box the ball. That has been a mark of his England career. And England doesn't have anybody going down the flank square in the ball. So,
yeah, but I mean, he was a shadow of himself. Part of the problem is the absence of creativity, but outside of that, Hurricane was not fit. He was not looking like himself either. And so I think that in a context like that, you had to prioritize sharing his minutes with Ollie Watkins and others more. And I don't think Southgate. I think Southgate came to that place too late. And when it came to that place eventually, I mean, England would have already fallen to a particular movement style. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, but I think what I blamed him for as well, you know, I think leaving out Sterling and not being man enough to stand up to Foden or Bellingham to say, hey, but you guys have to play outside of the right, you know, because how England played, they had no width on the right hand. And that was part of the big problem that they faced. Could even Spain, they were too narrow, so it made the defensive job easy for Spain.
Yeah.
Unlike Spain, who had the two youngsters, Williams and Yamal, stretching the field. And I think first off, I think Luke Shaw and Kyle Walker did an excellent job.
Yeah, man.
Because,
I mean, they had Yamal in their pocket. Luke Shaw had Yamal in his pocket.
No, man,
he's a 17-year-old too, you know. He's a Euro finally talking, no matter how talented you are, you played in a final. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So based on that, I think the defenders did reasonably well to contain them because they had to be changing both sides and intervals to see if they could get the better of the defenders.
True.
So I think if I was the manager and I listened to Southgate press conference, that one of the reasons why he had to play Hurricane longer than he would have loved to, but he did not have the experience because Maguire wasn't able to make the trip and Ennis wasn't able to make the trip. Then I was like, it's not myself to say, then why Sterling couldn't make this team?
Well, who would Sterling be competing for in this England in terms of a space? Because Sterling would be playing outside left.
Yes.
In this team. And who would he be replacing in the squad? I don't know. I can't think of a player who you could say you could take out and put Sterling in and wouldn't waste time.
And in all fairness in the future, I am a Liverpool man now, and I've said this now. When I see him pitching Trent, I was like, this is man. There's no way Trent will play like this. Because number one, he set up in the team as a right back. Because he's going to be behind Kyle Walker and he's going to be behind Trippier.
He tried him in midfield. He tried Trent in midfield to start the competition.
But then we know this as well, that he's not going to pair up in the midfield either.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that is one of the things why I think Southgate has to take the napkins for this, because guess what? There's no way you can send a player into a tournament to try out something.
Yeah.
This was like already before the tournament.
Fair point. And there was Maino ended up playing in the middle at one point. He started out with Trent. The midfield, which is the most important in my part of the team, was not sure. It wasn't sure. There was a lot of uncertainty around the middle going into a tournament like this. So you have to give the manager some leeway. Fair point.
As I said, if I was a manager, I would have sit down here at Foden, and it would have to be Foden. I would have to sit down for that to think. Listen to me. Okay. Yes, if you're not going to play outside and that left hand side, you're not going to play now. Let me put somebody who wants to play out there. Because guess what?
I'm going to play Bellingham behind here. Yeah. So I need you to stay out there. So we need, because this is how our king is going to strive also, because look at him at Tottenham. Look at him at Bayern Munich. He has these white players who's going to make the team bigger for him.
Listen.
A good defensive side like Spain, you can't have the field narrow for him because it's going to be trouble for him.
Listen, even deploying Bellingham as a left wing, right, on the left side of this team, to me, was tactically
madness.
Jude Bellingham does his work in the belly moment.
Definitely.
If you want the best of it. Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine before the final, and I was telling that, like, listen, I would have to be man enough. If I'm going to play two midfielder, two defensive mid, two midfielder deep, I'm going to look at me and say, hey, son, you can't play another game, man. I have to play Bellingham down there with Declan Rice. The only way I could play you is let Declan Rice and I tell him, say, hey, coach, hey, me will stand up for that middle by myself. Yeah, me will stand up for that middle by myself. If I'm not going to play you, I have the part where you can use your creativity, then it never makes sense. And I think based on those things, some games haven't set the league for me, to be honest with you. Because, as I said, even further, England wasn't good going forward. As much as Kyle Walker looked good, and Johnson, the left back looked good in the first half. And then when I said that, Rabiot, the midfielder for Spain was out, I was like, okay, now we have something going on. And then the goal, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, the English team under Southgate has been very reactive, and they play, they up the tempo, they press when they are chasing a game. But once they come into the game, they revert to a kind of conservative style and invite pressure. Yeah. When you're playing against good teams, teams with the technical abilities like Spain, you cannot give them more possession of the football. No, because they're gonna find a way to pull you apart and play itself out.
And that was what I was even saying to my friends. I said, listen, it is just like how Manchester play in the English league. You see, when you have to think about teams, the Liverpool and these teams where have the Diaz and the Salas and them something, they think more of, hey, we don't want to lose this ball. But we don't play against the Burnley and them kind of team. They do anything because they know by half line they're going to win back the ball. Yeah. So you have to give them something to think about to say, hey, if I lose this ball, and Saka, you see how Saka after playing back in a team back, then where am I going to go forward? What can he give you going forward?
And that is what they are naturally good at. They're naturally good at going forward. So you have to lift handbrakes, man. You have to put it in a sport mode. You have to make the man them, take on this Spanish team and push them back. Yeah.
I thought what I was saying to you, my friend, I was like, Saka plays with Arsenal. When Saka plays with Arsenal, you know what? Somebody has to tell you what the man is saying. Hey, General, it's an open Arsenal, yeah? We go with this man and give it to you.
There's a difference in philosophy. You can play not to lose, And I think Southgate sometimes comes across as a manager who he plays not to lose, as opposed to playing to win, right? And believing that you have players who can go out and win it for you. I believe Cole Palmer, for example, should have been playing a lot more. He has come on and he has looked, the part, But we're running out of time. We have a lot of people holding. So you can pick up on next time, my brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cool. All right. Next caller we have online is Garvey. Garvey?
Richard.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Big up yourself, man. This is a proud moment for me, I remember the elite at the show. Yeah, man, you're so a good preacher, man. Congrats, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Me have a couple of things I want to adjust that preacher. I said two things but on the soccer and then one thing about what G-Star said earlier, right? Quickly on the Euro. I kind of enjoy the Euro preacher. Congrats to the Spaniards. They deserve to win. They were the better team. I think England could have done a few things and have a chance to steal it. But the Spaniards and Starters was the better team. So, hey, they deserve to win. You know what I mean?
True.
The thing about the Euro in my life, Africa, is the emergence of young talent.
Yes, sir.
I saw a lot of exciting, good young talent. And soccer needs that because in a transition period with the two most preeminent Lionel Messi and CR7. So it's good to see some young talent coming through. And I think Southgate, kind of coached that game not to lose. He never really coached the game like he wanted to take it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So he kind of deserve him get because he kind of got defensive after time the game. So he kind of deserve him get.
Can't give Spain so much possession and respect.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next problem we had with England. So England's advantage was their superior physicality and their speed.
Yes.
So trying to outback Spain in a tiki-taka football was a madness strategy, you know?
Fair point. Fair point. Yeah. If you have Jude Bellingham in your team, why are you going to put him on a flank where the line itself is another defender? Line limits.
There you go.
Right? When he can be bustling box to box, if you ask me, and really create problems. Then I mean, Spain lost its core. They had to replace Rodri, and you never make an adjustment to your team and make sure that Bellingham being at the belly of the park and at the damage in this.
Poor. But one thing I would say though, Street, I think these two teams will be essential figures in deciding the next World Cup. They will be two of the top 4 teams for sure. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, talent-wise, they're going to be there. I mean, England has...
them young, you know?
Yeah, I mean, remember that is England. The crop of England there, one day under 21, the European under 21, playing against some of these Spain teams. And then the French team is also going to be there, you know. They just had a poor tournament, you know, but they have a young team.
I think the only problem I see with France, Rita, is that they have not found an effect. I mean, Griezmann get poor, that is obvious.
Yeah.
And then Pogba is not there. I think them nigga a little more oomph in the middle.
Yeah.
Take some of the pressure off at Mbappe, can run free and do what.
And a number 9 who's going to make centre halves have to think so that Mbappe can do the damage coming from him.
True. All right, so down at the South American part now, Preacher, my disappointment, the Copa was this, Preacher. I didn't see the emergence of young talent.
Fair point.
I didn't see that, and that don't bode well for the future of South America as it comes to competitiveness versus Europe. I never liked that. It was very sad to see that it was all 30 plus guys that were being essential figures in the deciding match. But congratulations to Argentina, they won it.
I tell you what, there were some talents that emerged. The thing is, they are not household names. Like all Yamal, everybody talk about Yamal because he played for Barcelona, right? And was 17. But you see this youth named Mojica for Colombia. He plays left back. Had an excellent tournament.
I saw a nice midfielder for Colombia, you know, the one that I don't remember his name. He piled somebody close to the end of the match.
He came off. Is it Cordoba?
No. I think CC probably can call and give me the name.
Yeah, I remember who you're talking.
I
think it's Quintero, you know. I think
Quintero. There you go.
Yeah, man, came on and had an excellent.
That boy, they look good out there, Preacher, man.
Yes, man, very good player.
Look good out there.
The Canadian team, they had an impressive run with some young players too.
Yeah, they did.
Right?
They did. That first time.
Yeah, man. I mean, we know some of them, you know, because we watch them, right? Like Jonathan David and Davis. Hold on, Garvey. I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
Pizza. New pizza, make the Caesars up a new deep dish pizza. Then ready for make lunchtime sweeter. Take just more cheese and roll off the garlic flavor. So Mr. Level up your lunch with only 1,250. Pull up by any liquor Caesars and quickly get the hot and ready to try deep dish pizza. The new lunch pizza from Liquor Caesars. Get more pizza for your money with the new Little Caesars pizza. Try the hot and ready lunch special for only $1,250, or the full Detroit deep dish pizza for $2,100. Deep dish pizza. Pizza.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yes, Garvey. You had the next little youth from Canada named Shuffleberg in a Garvey. A little 24-year-old. You remember him? Garvey? Hello? David? Look like we lose David. David? All right, we'll move on. David, sorry about that. I mean, it was a good conversation. Sorry about that. Next call, Arlington Town.
No, man, in Arlington Town.
Oh, a CC, a.k.a.
The great one, man. I said, David look like he makes it like Brazil.
Brazil need to rediscover the samba.
Yeah, there's a lot of little nuances with Brazil feature. Because number one, like we all know, Brazil have 9 Copa America. Argentina have 16, the most now. Argentina won, I think, 10 Copa America between 1919 and 1959.
Yeah.
So they would have won. So, and there was a period in time when Brazil withdrew from, I think, 10 of the competition. Okay. Even though it's South American competition, where you automatically, I mean, in South America, you would have probably been a part of the South American Championship. But they withdrew from about 10. As for political reasons, as for other turmoil, protesting, CONMEBOL and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not that I won't use the word so that they don't take it seriously, because that would be too much of a strong word. Right. But they have never really, developed an affection for Copa America the way in which people would say romanticize them when it comes down to the World Cup.
Fair point. All right, now ask you a question. I have a question. When would you say was the high point of Brazilian samba? What period, what era would you say representing the high point when Brazil was at the apex in terms of samba?
Period. I mean, you look at the height of it takes from like 58 to 70. It would say the Pele era.
All right. When they were playing 4-2.
Yeah, they played 4-2-4. Yeah.
All right. I'm willing to say that between 1970 and 1990, that general style was still a part of Brazilian football. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Between 1974 and 1990, Brazil did not win a World Cup.
Yeah, I know this.
So if Brazil was still playing that beautiful game, if Brazil was still knocking it around there with wing backs overlapping and man will make pass with them heel and man will flick it over man head, what was the reason why Brazil?
But let us look at it like this. There's a lot of things that happen in that period that end up reformatting the game. For example, remember the 78 thing where normally, right nowadays, we play the final group game the same time, right?
Yeah.
The 78th World Cup, I think Argentina would have won that World Cup. Brazil would have played, I think, earlier than Argentina. And Argentina knew that they had to better Brazil's results in order to go through in the group. Brazil would have not lost a game in that World Cup, because I think it was round robin in the second round.
But the great Brazil shouldn't find themselves in a position where they can get knocked out because Argentina score more goals.
Or look at it like this. No, but I'm saying to you, there's a lot of political things that are tied up in it, where it is suggested that the Argentine president came to the Peruvian dressing room and said, "Remember, we are neighbors. Remember that Brazil is the only team in South America that does not speak Spanish."
And I get the history.
Trying to say is this. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is this. Even though Brazil was playing beautiful football, I think the Italians, the game that Schillaci scored a hat-trick, I believe, and they lost that game 3-2. Up and before that game, I think this was 1982, Brazil would have constantly still played their game. However, based on the way in which they lost that game, I think they would have reorganized and wanted to win another World Cup. Because if you notice, I think Italy at that time would have won the third World Cup and tied with Brazil in terms of the amount of World Cup. So I think they changing of the way in which they played.
Yeah.
It was as a direct result of the outcome in that World Cup. So people would say that was...
But we had 82, we had 86, we had 1990, right? Brazil was not winning, even though they had... I remember in 1990, Brazil played a game against Argentina. Kill Argentina with football. Yo! Bar lick, post lick. It took one great moment from Diego Armando Maradona to Claudio Caniggia to win that game for Argentina. Brazil was still playing their style of football up to that time.
I'm telling you, there, like if you look at the history of it, there's a lot of things with it. But I'm going to tell you what the thing about Brazil. Brazil, to me, as I said, Argentina win 16 Copa, Uruguay win 15 Copa, Brazil win 9. What Brazil represents in football is joy, fun, and just epitomize the beautiful game. So it's not necessarily down to the dominance. People want to see Brazil, like Brazilian fans want to see Brazil win. Outside people who is watching Brazil, if Brazil is winning and Brazil is playing pragmatic football, then people are not necessarily fond of them playing.
The aesthetics. The aesthetics is what we want. I agree with you. We like to see it.
So that's why I'm saying that when if MU was mentioning that Brazil would have not got the aesthetic, Brazil would have not been the most dominant in South America and those things. I'm saying everything that Brazil brings to the game, it comes down to even the aesthetics of it. So it's not necessarily down to just them winning 5 World Cup at this thing. But let's touch. I want to touch on Messi before we come off.
Touch on it because we know say you can't call and talk about Andrew Smith.
Yeah, I know it's already, man. One of the 3 greatest players to play the game, man.
Thank you.
Yes, Diego Maradona and Pele. We already know. Remember, I have Messi as the greatest of his generation, and I've said living goat in terms of the fact that the other 2 guys are not up there.
So we don't need to talk about Messi.
No, my thing about Lionel Messi is it's justifiable in terms of when people were beating him in the first part of his career with Argentina. Do you know that between the period 2007 and 2024, there have been 9 Copa America, right? Messi has played in, I think 7 of those.
He played his first Copa America in
2007. Do you know that Messi has been to, Argentina has been to 7 out of the 9 Copa America finals. They only have never been to 2011 and 2019.
He has been
so they would have been to.
Well, he has played in 5.
Yes, so they would have been to 7, and he has played in 5. Yeah. The argument that people were saying, that this would suggest that Argentina has always had a competitive team or a team that has been good enough to go on and lift an international trophy. In the earlier part of Messi's career, then people would say blaming. But the problem I'm having is this future. One of 2 people you'd have to look at. Was it the coaching that Argentina could not get over the hump, or was it Lionel Messi in terms of the earlier time in the tournament? I would suggest to you that between 2019 and now, even though Messi has gotten older, I have seen a different side of Lionel Messi playing international football than the side of Messi that I saw in between 2007 to 2016. And I think that in and of itself, along with the coaching, would have taken them over the hump. And I think the same could apply to England. England gone to 3 finals, 2 finals, and then went to the semi-finals. I think another coach with the group of players that they have at their disposal could get them over the hump. Remember, Tata Martino got them to back-to-back finals, and he walked away,
Yeah.
And I think Sabella got them to a final. I think something happened to Sabella. Maybe it's else because
he left the job. They didn't fire.
So you would have seen that these coaches would have left the job. I think Gareth Southgate can look at himself. You have done well, and you have also brought England to a place where no other coach outside of Ramsey would have brought them.
Right.
But sometimes it takes somebody else
to carry it to the next level. Fair point. Yeah. I mean, let's see what the English FA will do. We have to run because we have one more hole. Big point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, as I said, you see, in his earlier part with Argentina, he could justify it. But the fact of the matter is, he has played 5 out of the 7 finals. Argentina has played 7. Argentina has always had that competitive team. But Scaloni, right now, anybody can argue that outside of the coach Diego Maradona, people don't remember him, and Diego remember. This coach right now probably is the coach of Arteta and coaching in terms of international.
So far, he's leading by a distance. We're going to take back Garvey because he got cut off. All right?
All right, no problem.
Yeah, man. Garvey, you're back. Quick and fast. We only have about 4 minutes.
Yes, respect. Remember my sister, the coach, it was Carlos Bilardo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But him right. I think the coach now has a bigger pressure on him because I think it's a more difficult coaching job, the way he put this team together. So, I agree with him. I give him the edge over Bilardo.
Yeah, man, definitely.
There's a baller from Argentina we want to pick up to a preacher.
Angel Di Maria.
And it's Di Maria.
I know.
Because over these last 3 finals, I don't think people have given him the flowers they deserve. Over these 3 trophies that Argentina have won. In the first Copa they won, he scored the game-winning goal. The World Cup that they won, he contributed
to the penalty and he scored.
And then he scored the goal before he came off. And then last night, he was absolutely scintillating for a 36-year-old.
Yes.
I have to give that brother some flowers.
No, man, of course. Anybody who would disagree with that would not be watching football. In fact, Angel Di Maria in the Olympics was good.
Very much brilliant.
And him being missing from that 2014 World Cup final cost Argentina, I believe, because Argentina
so looking at it now, if they play 2014, they win the show, you know.
No, man, Argentina never had the ability to penetrate on the flanks in his absence. Lavezzi got injured early in that final, and Di Maria was out. So it was down to Messi alone.
Great point. And the next thing now, I want to talk about the basketball a little bit. I heard you and G-Star going back and forth earlier. Nice to hear two brothers buckle over the basketball. And that sound good. But me, I'm going to put it in for now, Preacher. I think New York Knicks have had the best off-season of any team. And I want to say something about the Knicks. You see this brother named Leon Rose? This brother here, I don't know if it's the fact that he was an agent before he became a GM, so he might have a relationship with the players. But I think this man has done a brilliant job in New York, brother. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think the New York Knicks have won their off season and have taken a reduced contract, them Miles Bridges, and they now have salary cap to bring in somebody else during the season. They never have to bring them in because sometimes, it's the addition we make during the season, like the Mavericks did this year, we can put you over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have made some good moves, but you see, Hartenstein is not a player who we have a gloat over, but he's a hole that the Knicks need because he does give you that defensive presence. He fits into the coach's overall
great offensive rebounder.
Yes, so that is a hole, but I think the Knicks in adding Mikal Bridges to that team, wing defender can create him one shot. We met the Brunson will have less stress on him in terms of the burden of scoring. You can't ask more than that. Yeah.
I think the Knicks is the team to beat in the East next year, Breeza.
Well, you've been saying that for a minute now. I don't know that they're going to overcome the Boston Celtics just like that. To be honest, Boston Celtics are still a beast in the East. We need to see Julius Randle and what Julius Randle will be like. Maybe the Knicks will need to think about trading Julius Randle for some additional pieces in the season. Yeah. I give the Knicks a B+.
Great job.
A B+.
Right, agreed. Good job to them, my brother. Good job.
Thanks, God. We're coming from you. I'm humbled, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, man. Congrats. Later.
All right, that's the show. Gentle people, it was good sitting in for Orville and Zidane. We hope that they will return, and so QC can be able to call the program again tomorrow. Blessings to everybody who stayed with us and listened and who joined online. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
It's now time for your Hurricane Tip, sponsored by Isratech Jamaica Limited, Master the Element, Tropical Metal Product Limited. We have got you covered. Kendall, just give me Kendall, the taste of quality. And Edgeken, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
At the start of the hurricane season, trim trees that touch power lines or hang over the house and other buildings. Keep handy a supply of lumber, plywood, timber, etc. for battening down purposes. Secure all small buildings in the yard, such as outdoor kitchens, pit latrines, tool sheds, and